Hello and welcome to this video. My name is RuneScape and this is my first impressions video about the legacy mode, and as you can see on the background, I actually logged into the legacy mode right after it was released to the beta, and as you can see it was black screened, and the black screen finally went away, but it was very laggy for about 2 hours or something, and then Jagex released multiple more servers, and after that it was working just fine. So if you want to go test it out for yourself, it shouldn't lag this much. Since I'm not really interested in the PvP aspect of RuneScape because I feel it's an XP waste and I want to train my skills rather than waste time in the wilderness, I'm gonna leave the PvP testing to the people that are interested in that. So straight out of the bat I went to test the XP rates because Jagex said that they would balance the XP rates and make it so that more effort will be rewarded. So the first thing that I did is that I went to Waterfiends because it's a very popular method to train ranged with, so I was guessing that Jagex must have balanced this properly since this is one of the locations that people are going to try the first. With the legacy mode I was able to get 314k ranged XP per hour, 104k constitution XP per hour, and that's a total of 417k XP per hour. After I was done with my legacy test, I tested them right after that with the EOC mode, and with the EOC mode I got 370k ranged XP per hour, 122k constitution XP per hour, and that adds up to be a total of 492k total XP per hour. So now if you compare the legacy mode to the EOC mode, using the legacy mode is only 15% slower at the Waterfiends, so I don't really see any reason to go to the Waterfiends and try to go with the full manual since legacy mode is almost as fast. And I do definitely know that all of these things are a subject to change, but I also think that since Jagex said that they are able to balance this out, they should have tested it out better. But I'm not really that upset about the Waterfiends. I think the bigger problems are with the two most common AFK-able training methods for ranged and magic. And I'm of course talking about chinning and barraging. So I wanted to compare using momentum on the EOC mode to the legacy mode with barraging, and I went to the Abyss to test this out. So with using the legacy mode I got 517k magic XP per hour and 170k constitution XP per hour, which adds up to be a total 688k total XP per hour. And when you compare this to the EOC mode, I got 332k magic XP per hour and 109k constitution XP per hour, which adds up to be 442k total XP per hour. So for the barraging, the legacy mode is currently a whopping 56% faster than using the EOC with the momentum. And barraging is actually one thing that's gonna cause a dilemma with balancing of the legacy mode, because traditionally if you use the Bleach or the barrage you would have to have the same DPS 1 versus 1 a monster, but with the system that Jagex has set so that the legacy mode has the same DPS as Revolution, the damage on the barrage has to be quite high, and this actually makes so that when you use momentum you gain much less XP per hour compared to using barrage, because barrage is now balanced at the Revolution level rather than balanced at the momentum level. And if you balance it at the momentum level, then it's going to suck 1 versus 1 any monster. But either way, no matter how they do this, they have to decrease the DPS on Barrage, because at the moment it's giving way too much XP per hour for magic. And after I tested the barraging, I wanted to test chinning. So in legacy mode, when you do chinning, you get about 400k ranged XP per hour, 132k constitution XP per hour, which adds up to be a total 533k total XP per hour. And now when you compare this to the EOC rates, you get 317k ranged XP per hour, 104k constitution XP per hour, and that's a total of 421k XP per hour. So basically, if you chin in the legacy mode, you get 27% increased XP compared to the EOC with momentum. And the size of this XP difference is actually the same as for barraging, but the difference is just that there is no offhand chinchompa, so that's why you get only 27% more rather than 56% more. So all in all, barraging and also using the chinchompas is completely overpowered in the legacy mode currently, And I feel that the legacy mode in general has far too much DPS at the moment, because if I only get like 15%, 20% increase for full manual compared to legacy mode, I'm never going to use full manual for a Slayer task. But only time will tell how the balance is going to set in, and only time will tell will I switch to only using legacy mode because it's simply more XP for less effort, or will I continue using EOC, which I like a lot more. So when I put all my thoughts on the legacy mode beta together, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is that I'm really not impressed at all, because they said that they would balance the XP rates, and the way it is at the moment, it seems that they didn't even try. I know that many legacy mode supporters are going to be happy of how overpowered legacy mode is at the moment, so I just hope that Jagex can look through all that and put legacy mode to the place where it has to be, which is inferior, lower and slower XP per hour than the EOC mode. But I do think that this is everything that I wanted to say in this video, so again, please don't dislike me because I disagree with you. And I would like to hear some comments about the legacy mode. And what do you think about the legacy mode? Do you think that it's amazing? Or are you also a bit scared that it will undermine the EOC mode, which I think it will? So let's have some kind of a discussion in the comment section on this video. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.